Before I start, I want to say congratulations to Cody and Brandi Rhodes for they're gonna have a baby. They're gonna have a child. They announced tonight on tonight's episode of Aew Dynamite in a vignette. Yes, you're hearing New York snow. You're hearing snow. It's a fucking crazy storm right now. But besides the point, there was a vignette. I thought it was a commercial at first, but there was a vignette with Brandi. They were looking at the Christmas tree, and then they seen a something. They had a package, and then they opened it up together, and it's what we're expecting. And then at the end of the vignette, there's Pharaoh. Pharaoh's the dog, and there's I'm a safety dog for the baby or some shit like that. And then you had Angelico versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and Arn Anderson, they came out, and Cody and Brandi was there too, and they looked really happy together, and I'm just really excited for them. I'm happy for them. This is great news, and big news. So congratulations, Cody and Brandi. Angelico versus Cody Rhodes. Obviously, Cody got the win. I guess this was to put Angelico over. And post-match, Team Taz comes down to the stage. They congratulate Cody, and then they cut a promo, and they're going to beat the shit out of him. But then the lights go off, and Sting comes to the rescue with the bat. And that was that. And then, so since Sting was out the way, then the other thing that you really care about on this show was Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela for the world title, AEW world title, no disqualification match. And it was like 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes. I'd say it was like 15 minutes. And essentially what happened was, I think, yeah, they both used weapons on each other, this and that. And Kenny Omega was booked strongly for this match. This match was, this happened because it was supposed to happen in the Eliminated Tournament match. And you'll see in a couple seconds how this is also relevant. So, Kenny wins by pinfall with one winged angel. Don Callis was on the mic throughout the match. Him and Kenny Omega did the same shit. They were talking shit about Joey Janela. And the Death Triangle, they make their entrance. Pac gets on the mic, and he's talking his shit with the Lucha Bros. And, that's another thing. Pac returned, so it was the... What match was this? Oh man, I don't even fucking hold on. I gotta, cause this is very important because I didn't even expect this to happen. I honestly didn't even expect this to happen. And if I don't get this shit, bro, like this is gonna bother me. So I'm just gonna. So Eddie Kingston addresses haters. So he made his entrance, says he doesn't care, blah, blah, blah. He talking about people. He talked about Lance Archer. Then Lance Archer came out, and he started beating him up. Then the Butcher and the Blade came. Then the Lucha Bros came, and they started beating each other up. Then, out of the blue, Pac came back. And Pac came back, and they ran off the Eddie Kingston and the Butcher and the Blade. But there was some... tension between Pac and Lance Archer, so we'll see where that goes. Other than that, so Pac is back, so you'll see in the description or whatever. And so it set up Rey Fenix versus Eddie King versus Kenny Omega for the world title in like 2 weeks. This match is gonna be so fantastic. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for that. So other than that, like as you knew, obviously, apparently, NXT had the stacked card, AEW had the mid card, and I tweeted out, I'm almost positive that Tony Khan put out a mid type of card just so that AEW can still win tomorrow. So just so that they can beat NXT tomorrow. So that'll be funny as shit. That'll be funny if that's true, because the NXT fans, they were talking all that shit. So essentially, then it was Hangman Page versus Alex Reynolds and John Silver versus Matt Hardy. Private Party got the win with gin and juice, but there was tension between Matt Hardy and the Private Party. But that's that. Inner Circle was interviewed about the New York Times best performance, and basically Chris Jericho was praising MJF. I mean, MJF was praising Chris Jericho. He should have been, whatever. He was a sporting actor, whatever. Fuck. Then after the Cody stuff with Taz, then you had Miro. He was being interviewed. He was fined $75,000 for his actions last week. He said his problem with Orange Cassidy that they're gonna have an announcement next week for the wedding. Since he's the best man, there's gonna be a big announcement date, whatever, for the wedding. So that was that. Whatever. We'll see. If Miro's in a match, he's gonna be booked strongly. He's gonna look like a monster. If not in a match, then it is what it is. He's a gamer and he's also the best man. So don't forget about that. Best friends. So this was the 12-man match. Wardlow and oh my God, what's it? Brandon Cutler were taking out the match because Wardlow couldn't make it due to family issues, family travel. Oh, by the way, with the Pac stuff, I thought that Pac wasn't. I wasn't expecting Pac because I thought I had read a report that Pac would traveled back to his country, the UK, so to England. So I thought he wasn't coming back. So that was a nice surprise. So this turned into a 12-man match, and obviously, if you see the story, this is to see if the Inner Circle can coexist, if they can get along, and they did win. Hager tags in, and he does the Wardlow's F10, so we'll see what comes of that. But MJF he tagged himself in and got the win. Jericho and Freeman and MJF, they put boots to Garrison until Top Flight makes a save. So that'll happen, and you'll see why. I think there's Top Flight versus MJF and Chris Jericho, if I'm not mistaken, next week. I may be. Thunder Rosa is interviewed backstage, and she calls Britt Baker, DMD, out and says she's been wrestling all over the world, but Baker, had to stick her nose all over her match against Serena Deeb. And essentially, Britt Baker beat the shit out of Thunder Rosa and then wiped her mask, her little face paint. So that was that. Then you had SCU versus Anthony Bowens and Max Cassidy. Acclaimed. I guess the Acclaim did a nice little rap, and they actually got the W. So as of this moment, you know that SCU, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, they're there to put over tag teams. Obviously, Scorpio Sky wasn't there, and so the Acclaim, they used their boombox. It looks like they're the heels of this. So that's that. Top Flight are interviewed backstage. After the Acclaim match, they called the Young Bucks the Cucks, and it was pretty funny. Top Flight, they put over MJF and Chris Jericho, but they're gonna beat each other up next week. Big Swole versus and Serena Deeb versus Diamante and Ivelisse. This match was whatever. Big Swole and Serena Deeb got the W. And then I guess this is a setup, Nyla Rose and Vickie Guerrero to beat up the babyface team, but Red Velvet makes the save. Then you had a backstage promo by Best Friends, and they say it'll never be over between them and Pride and Powerful, Santana on Ortiz, but they got more important things to do with Kip Sabian and Miro. And they're very excited for next week when they announce Kip Sabian's wedding. So I guess they're gonna crash the wedding. Jurassic Express and FTR. So I think Jurassic Express is on Action next week. So that's essentially it. Then you had the main event, Joey Janela versus Kenny Omega. No Karl Anderson and Lou Gallows. But I think that's going to be safe for next week or in the following weeks because the Kenny Omega is still outnumbered. So he's outnumbered by 2 people. So it only makes sense. That was a show. If you enjoy what you saw in this video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, that's very important. And also leave that thumbs up. Turn that notification bell on. Comment down below. And I'll see you guys for the next episode, for the next video. Could be out tomorrow. Later.